Well, um, you're friends with a lot of the young pros. I'm just curious because a lot of us, I'm going to mention a few that I know you know.
All right.
And I'd like you to give me an idea of how good you think they are and what you think their potential are, because these are guys that I'm pretty sure you know very well.
Sure.
Let's start with a new neighbor soon, Rory.
Very talented. Never played golf with him yet.
Really?
I've seen him on the range. We've talked. I'm a big fan. For someone that small and generate that much power, it's truly amazing. I'm fascinated with my massive size and some of these guys being so small, and they can blow it past me, which is somewhat frustrating, but it is what it is. I mean, you know, Ricky is coming into his own, real talented. He's actually just starting to get over the hump of being, I think where I read, and this is not what my interpretation was, he was the most overrated golfer I think that I saw. And I thought that was not fair. I felt like he's a phenomenon in the sense that he resonates with the consumers and with the kids. And I think he had some jealousies in that approach and in the way people viewed him. But you know, and I had some, you know, I can have some correlation to that, you know.
Have you ever played with Jordan?
No, I did. I just played with him about 4 weeks ago in Cabo. Great kid, very, very polite, very talented, grinder. If you got a guy that's, you know, that's not talented, but yet he has heart, he has determination, you know, he finds a will to win. That's Jordan. He doesn't hit it long. He's a great putter. You know, he's got a lot of attributes, and I think a lot of it comes from, you know, just his hard work.
Justin?
Talented. I met him when he was 12 years old.
Do you play with any of these guys?
Play with them all. I play with them all here. I do all I can to get their competitive nature.
Okay. So who am I missing that is in this young collective group of
I played with Brooks Koepka, who's young and up and coming.
Yeah.
I played with Jamie Lovemark, who was, you know, NCAA winner. Keegan Bradley, obviously he wears the Jordan shoes. Luke Donald is like a senior friend of mine who teaches me more things about the game from a mental and from a short game standpoint that I spend probably most of my time with, because he's two doors down from my house, and his wife and my wife are very close friends.
I know that you have been over the years very close with Tiger.
Tiger, sure.
Where do you see him in terms of his life?
He's in a transitional period, you know. We athletes, we go through that, you know, and then we have to be adults. We got to make, you know, sound decisions, you know, we got to make quality decisions. He is, to me, in a very unique situation. You know, Tiger played, and at his peak, you know, somewhere towards the end of mine, of my career. And then what changed between that time frame to now, social media, Twitter, you know, all those types of things that has, you know, invaded the personality and the personal times of individuals to a point where, you know, people have been able to, you know, utilize it to financial gains, things of that nature. And, you know, for someone like myself, you know, and this is what Tiger deals with, is that I don't know if I could, you know, survive in this Twitter comment, in this Twitter time, where you don't have the privacy that you would want. And what seems to be very innocent can be always being misinterpreted.
You know, in the conversation 5-10 years ago, was always who's greater, who's going to be the greatest, him or Jack, and that conversation is pretty much over to most people.
I beg to differ, and I'll give a different analogy to that, because first of all, you're never going to say who's the greatest of all time. To me, I think that's more for PR and more for selling stories and getting hype. Jack and Tiger never played against each other. They never played in the same tournament. They never played with the same equipment. They never played with the same, length of golf course. I never played against Wilt Chamberlain. I never played against, Jerry West. To now say that, one's greater than the other is being a little bit, unfair. I think when you can see the similarities and you understand, this is one way you can judge the two. How much impact did each change or evolve the game? Jack during his time when he played, but Tiger during his time. Now, obviously Jack won more during the time he played. Tiger evolved it to where it was, it crossed a lot of different boundaries, where it's not just a white guy's sport, the black guys, Afro-Americans, all the minorities play the game. And you play at a level to where it generated so much interest financially that it grew the game from a financial standpoint. Now, does that constitute him being the greatest, or does that mean he's any less than Jack? I think it's unfair. Yeah, Jack probably has 18 majors and Tiger's got 14. And I think those are when, that's how people are judging certain things. I won 6 championships. Bill Russell won 11. Does that make Bill Russell better than me and make me better than him? No, because we play at different eras. So when you try to equate who's the greatest of all time, it's an unfair parallel. It's an unfair choice. And I think, those are the demons that, obviously Tiger had to live with, and he's going to be challenged and he's going to be graded upon that. But for me, I think they're both great. I would never say one is greater than the other. That's me. That's my opinion.
Okay. I wasn't suggesting one was. I was just asking your thoughts.
Yeah, well, that's my thoughts.